Hello everyone, welcome back. In this part, we're going to talk about data types in JavaScript. In general and total, we have 8 data types in JavaScript, which they are string, number, bigInt, boolean, undefined, null, symbol, and object. And object itself is containing 3 other data types, which is objects themselves, arrays, and date. First thing that we're going to talk about is, of course, our string. String means words or sentences that we want them to be together, that they are a bunch of characters beside each other. For example, here let's say we have some text. To set this to a string, we're going to wrap all of our words and our sentence in single or double quotation marks. And we can define this to our variables, give this to our function, and do other things that we want to do with our string. And there is no difference between double quotation or single quotation. And here let's add this text too, so you can see both of these are the same. And we have strings itself, methods and functions that we can use them, which we're going to learn through this course. After this, we have type of number, which number values between 1 and 15 digits contained in this category. And if we want more than 15 digits, we're going to have it in our bigInt category, which digits are more than 15. And of course, you can have any decimal things that you want, and you can have them right here. But for this, you can have only the numbers above 15 digits, and of course their decimals too. And for defining these type of big numbers, we need to use function called bigInt, and inside of this we give the string of numbers that we want to have in our program. Then we have our boolean value, which this is going to be true or false. We have true and we have false. And another way of showing this is by 1 and 0, which 1 means true and 0 means false. And we're going to use this in our statements later in the course. And of course, we have functions for numbers too that we're going to learn. Then we have type of undefined, which these are simply something like, let's for example create some variable and give this name of y, for example. Here we define this, but we have not defined what type of variable this is, what data type it's going to be take, and other things. So this is going to be undefined value. Then we have type of null, which means empty. So when we have something that's not containing anything, it's going to be null. Then we have our symbol, which is object in our JavaScript that we can define, and that's guaranteed to be unique in our code. And we can use, for example, some keys for our values in our design and dictionary that we're going to work on them too. And to define this type, we simply type our symbol right here. Then inside of this, we give the string format of whatever that we want. So we give our word right here, and this is going to create our symbol. And for saving that, of course, we can, for example, save that in some variables. And then we have our objects. What objects are is basically they are blueprint of bunch of these data types together. For example, let's say we have some car. So car should have some name, which is going to be string. Then it's going to have its horsepower, which is going to be in number. And after that, let's say we want to have its color, which again is string. And then maybe it is for selling or not. So it's going to be boolean here. So we save all of these in our object. And that is going to create us a new data type of car. And we can use that as we want in our code, which we're going to focus on objects in JavaScript deeply later in the course. After this, we have our arrays. Arrays are bunch of our data types together. So let's say we want to define some array right here. First, we're going to define our variable. Let's name this ARR. And here, if we want to use our array, we need to use this in this format. And inside of this, we are going to give the values that we want. For example, let's say we want some string right here. After this, we want to have another word and maybe some other sentences right here. And we can have line breaks, it doesn't matter in JavaScript. And let's say after this, we want to have some other words. And of course, we can have any value that we want. For example, let's say we want these to be numbers. Of course, we can have that. Actually, this should be not here and here. It's going to be array of numbers. That again, we're going to talk more about arrays through the course. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is our date data type, which this is an object which we can use to control the date all along our applications. And it lets us to use the dates and time very easily in our application, which again, we're going to have its separate part in the course. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.